Well, I gotta start out today by apologizing, because you can tell from my voice I'm a little hoarse.
Yeah, a horse, of course, of course.
A horse of a different color.
You got a case of the cruddy cruds.
I know, but don't worry, it's not contagious unless
It's not contagious?
Unless we swap air here.
Yeah, let's watch about that.
I know.
Hello and welcome to your old news update. I'm Izzy Fitz.
And I'm the little horse, Bud Driscoll.
Yeah, topping the headlines from yesteryear.
All right, we're going to go back to January 30th, 1986.
I'll get a load of this one.
Kansas gasoline prices have been falling in recent days, and in some areas, old-fashioned price wars are being waged. Many Salina stations have lowered the cost of self-service regular gasoline from $1.08 to $1.04 a gallon since the first of the week.
Boy, those were the days.
I know.
I'm telling
Imagine
you.
how mad people were when it went past $1.
That's right.
Now they'd give their right arm to have it back to $1.
Get lit. Here's a little canine conundrum for you. Ooh. January 27th, 1961. Lassie, that famous television collie, may be the star attraction of the 1961 Tri-Rivers Fair and Rodeo in Salina.
No kidding.
The fair board is negotiating with the odor of the dog.
What about the dog herself? She's smart enough.
That's right.
She negotiated her contract.
She made a lot of money for a lot of people.
What was her master?
I don't know.
Timmy?
Timmy. I actually auditioned for that, but they wanted a skinny Timmy, not a fat Timmy.
Well,
chubby Timmy in those days.
I think they were a little prejudiced.
Darn right, I should sue.
Okay, back to January 25th. We'll go back way back in the Wayback Machine to January 25th, 1911. Assistant Marshal Thompson, I remember he's a great guy,
Yeah.
said this morning that the police were beginning to receive a great number of complaints about chickens running loose in the city limits.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
We have put this matter before the public in the kindest ways many times during the past year or two, yet people, I sound just like him.
Yes, you
And
do.
yet people simply will not keep the chickens shut up. Chickens are not allowed to run at large at any time of the year here, and if violators of this city ordinance on this point are going to force us to do it, we will begin making some arrests right away.
Making some arrests and having some fried chicken dinner, don't you
I'm
think?
thinking they're probably holed up in the back of the police station.
That's right. All right, here's an update for you. January 25th, 1911. G.E. Holmberg's cow, that famous cow,
Yes.
which climbed to the hayloft in the Holmberg barn several weeks ago, is now eating hay out of the manger instead of off the floor in the loft. Mr. Holmberg was puzzled for some time as to how he would get that critter out of the loft. He finally decided that if the Jersey could walk up the stairs, she could walk down, and that's just what she did.
Wow, that cow's the smartest lassie.
Yeah, it is.
Probably could save you from the well.
That's right.
Okay, and finally on January 26, 1911, Jake Mangold, aged about 65 years, who has been living 10 miles east of Salina on Gypsum Creek for several years, and who formerly lived in Salina, was taken today to a little shack east of the city, where he will be kept until he dies and recovers from a contagious blood disease. See, Mangold has been a hard drinker these past few years,
Hitting the sauce.
and his name appears on the police court docket many times. Well, about 3 years ago, he was seriously burned in a gasoline stove explosion, and the burns never completely healed.
Poor fella.
He has been picking apples and pruning trees in Saline County recently, and the burns became infected until almost his entire body and head is a mass of sores. Ooh. This, together with the bad whiskey he has been drinking, has made his condition serious. He spent all his money for treatment and finally mortgaged a team of horses he owns. If you got to mortgage your horses, you know it's about the end.
Yep. Read more about the way things used to be in Monday's Look Back section of the Salina Journal.
Yes, you have a good weekend, and hopefully I'll be back next week with a better voice.
I hope so too.
Until then, we'll see you yesterday.